Hi everybody, Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food with Keto under 20. And today we're talking about a dubious additive in a lot of dairy products, and it's called carrageenan. And you will see it slipped into lots of dairy products. And, you know, in the beginning, I was buying them, just like most of us, thinking, well, this can't be all bad. And I've seen them at Whole Foods, and so of course I'm thinking Whole Foods, they care. No, they still carry products with carrageenan in them. I've heard it pronounced carrageenan, which would make sense because there's two E's, but most of the experts say carrageenan. And so in a recent podcast from somebody else, that would be Alma, Keto Meets Menopause, she was doing a kitchen or ditchin' with whipped cream, or just to not even have it because of the addictive qualities of having a little of whipped cream around the house. And it had carrageenan in it. And so for me, it wasn't about keeping it or not keeping it. It was about being aware of the additive of that. You know, when we come here to Keto World and under 20, and we begin to clean up our act, my research is about things behind the scenes, like, farm-raised salmon and the dyeing it and the parasites and things like that. It's also about things like carrageenan. Now, I'm sure guar gum is going to come up next for me because I see it in organic things, and I'm sitting there thinking, how come some organic creams don't have guar gum and others do? And also learning about grass-fed beef. Is it grass-fed finished as well? You can take your keto and go as deep and as wide as you want to go. But it's about putting the ingredients in your body. Now, I know for 65 years, I didn't care about ingredients. I just wanted the little piggy to be satisfied. And there I would go. And, I look at these things like these, 2-pound apples and wonder, what kind of GMOs are in them to make me buy one of those and have, I love this, an apple. And the apple's like this big. And so it's like, okay, so psychologically, mentally you're saying I'm only having one apple, but it's the size of 3 apples. And the amount of sugar carbs in one of those apples is astounding. I mean, we're talking into the 30s. Somebody commented that somebody said their neighbor's garbage person's high school boyfriend's mother said that an apple is a bag of sugar, and I love that. So here we are with some health dangers of carrageenan, just so you're aware, and you don't get duped. Oh, all of a sudden, sorry about this. It's saying, let's see if this pulls it up. Okay, this is Sleuth Journal. Love it. Real news without synthetics. And it's all about natural health and things like that, and the danger of it, and it shows it in the ingredients. And it is a food additive commonly seen in commercial yogurts, dairy-free milk, and other processed foods. It's a terrific emulsifier and thickening agent, and it does have natural origins. However, it isn't free from health concerns. And most of the issues relating to its effects on the gastrointestinal system, which is your second brain, right? Thank you, Dr. Perlmutter. Isolated from seaweed, it is a polysaccharide, that's scary, compound that may also trigger an immune response in some people. And it is highly debated. That's why I said dubious, because it can be debated. It is just one of the additives that you might want to be aware of the next time you go on your weekly shopping trip. It could contribute to things like IBS, irritable bowel disease, and it also has an impact on the macrophage activity, So how to avoid it? One of the best ways to avoid it is to avoid most dairy-free products like almond milk. Although my almond milk didn't say it had it, nor did my coconut milk, 100% organic, that I bought at Whole Foods. And if you purchase gluten-free items, which I hope you're not on the Keto Under 20, it could also be lurking in there. So just be aware, just because it has natural, origin doesn't mean it's that good for you. Because as who is it? One of the doctors says just because spider venom is 100%, it comes from protein, right? So that makes it okay. No, it doesn't. So let me look at another one. Side effects, not so sure. This is from the Underground Health Reporter. And you're noticing that these places, Sleuth, Underground Health Reporter, are also telling you the ingredients may be dubious because they're reporting it. You're not going to see this stuff in mainstream media because it's easy, quick, and it makes them money. So, yeah. I did look at the Hood Light Cream, and it did not have carrageenan in it. It used to, but they're not advertising it. They're just putting no preservatives. So, yeah. All right, so Dr. Tobacman, an author of an 18 peer-reviewed study, has shown ingesting foods containing carrageenan can cause inflammation. And inflammation is a root cause of a number of diseases. Heart disease, gastrointestinal disorders, Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's disease, diabetes, cancer. Doesn't it sound like eating things with grains and sugars in them too? Doesn't it sound like the things that coconut oil helps in maybe stalling a bit? Now, Tobacman had discovered that the FDA has also sufficient evidence from animal studies to limit the use of carrageenan since 1972. Hello. The rejection to the petition were disputed. The so-called dispute comes from somebody, a geography professor at the Durham University in the United Kingdom. It's unclear why the FDA would place higher value on the opinion of social scientists from the UK than on the medical studies founded by the National Institutes of Health. It's as safe as intestinal poison ivy. Now, that makes it clear what it could be doing to your body. If you don't think poison ivy would cause inflammation inside of your body, natural does not mean safe. Poison ivy is natural, but you wouldn't put it in skin lotion. Its side effects appear to do to your gut what poison ivy does to your skin. Concerned consumers can also contact their local lawmakers and the FDA. Finally, we must remember that dollars often are more powerful than votes. If consumers stop buying products that contain natural carrageenan, food manufacturers will be forced to listen. So it's one of those do your own research and make your own decisions. It's kind of like the people that still insist on having yellow, blue, pink, and green, meaning Truvia, packets, and just kind of like not paying attention to what they say about those things. So my only hope is that you know better and you get better, you do better. That's how it is for me. I'm sure I'm having things today that might not be in my best health interest, but I grow and go and change things one item at a time. It's not always easy, and there's still some lagging, don't touch my fill in the blank, but maybe for you it's the same. But carrageenan is a dubious food additive that comes from natural origins, but it might not be in your best interest. Just saying. Have a wonderful day. Always remember, do your research, make your decisions being informed, not hearing somebody like me get people with initials after their names and scientific studies. I'm just a parrot. Have a wonderful day. This has been Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom in Food with Keto Under 20 and living as carrageenan free as I possibly can. Bye-bye for now.